President Joe Biden is attending a special NATO summit in Brussels today as leaders seek to reaffirm their unity amid Russia's ongoing assault on Ukraine. Other than stiffening sanctions on Russia, NATO is also expected to discuss enhancements of the military, humanitarian, and financial support they're giving Ukraine. President Biden will be in Poland tomorrow to discuss the humanitarian and human rights aspect of the war.
Today, legal experts and interest groups will weigh in on Ketanji Brown Jackson as the Senate Judiciary Committee wraps up 4 days of hearings on her historic nomination into the Supreme Court. Interest groups, including the American Bar Association and civil rights organizations, will testify about Jackson's suitability for the court. Brown Jackson defended her record during a third round of hearings Wednesday as Republicans coalesced around themes that she is soft on crime and vague about her approach to the Constitution.
You may not have to wear face coverings on planes if 10 airlines get their way. The company's pushing the White House to lift the mask mandate earlier than the April deadline. The CDC and President Biden are considering the early removal, but also they expressed concerns about the Omicron subvariant, which spreads faster than any other variant. The current mandate is set to expire April 18.
An F-16 fighter jet crashed in rural Louisiana on Wednesday morning with the National Guard pilot safely ejecting. The jet went down in a remote area of Beauregard Parish, avoiding any homes or buildings. The flight originated from Tulsa and was part of the Oklahoma National Guard's 138th Fighter Wing. It's not clear why the plane was in southern Louisiana. The U.S. Air Force will handle the crash investigation.
Satellite company Maxar collected new pictures of tornado damage left behind in parts of Louisiana. The photos show considerable damage to homes and buildings after a powerful EF3 tornado hit New Orleans' lower 9th Ward and the surrounding area Tuesday night. Crews are actively working to restore power and clean up the extensive debris. At least one person died in the severe storms.
A temporary midnight curfew in the city of Miami Beach went into effect this morning after 5 people were wounded in 2 shootings over the weekend in the spring break destination. Miami Beach Mayor Dan Gelber declared a state of emergency on Monday, saying that tourists who came in for a few days of uncontrolled fun have created an unacceptable environment in South Beach. The curfew will remain until 6 a.m. on Monday.
Ford has issued a recall for some of its trucks and SUVs because of a brake fluid leak. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says close to 200,000 vehicles could be potentially affected. They include F-150s from 2016 to 2018, Expeditions from 2016 to 2017, and Lincoln Navigators from 2016 to 2017. Ford says a loss of brake fluid could reduce brake pedal function, making it difficult to stop. Contact your dealer to see if your car is included in the recall. They'll replace the brake master cylinder free of charge.
General Mills is struggling to meet demand for all of its refrigerated pizzas like Totino's, along with raw dough like its Pillsbury line. The company blames supply chain shortages, pointing to disruptions in the supply of raw materials to make their food, like fats, oils, starch, and packaging. The company also said the cost of products like wheat are rising because of inflation.
Do spiking gas prices have you thinking about getting an electric vehicle? Car buying guide Edmunds.com says during the second week of March, a quarter of the shoppers on its site were looking at hybrids or electric vehicles. That's up nearly 40% from the first week of March, and it's an 84% jump since mid-February. The average price of gas has dropped in Bexar County. Drivers paying about $3.80 a gallon this morning. And that's today's 9 at 9.